Wow. That was a crap, wasn't it? I'm joking. I'm joking. I always do this. Doctor Who's back. Woo! It's so nice that we've decided to sit outside and...
Sorry, just in case it picks up your voice as well on mine.
He's a professional, this man. A professional.
Yeah.
Robot Revolution. It's out. We've watched it. We're recording this before it's even been on BBC One. We are on point today with our timing. Mostly because we just want to get this done and go to the pub.
Yeah.
Not because of Doctor Who, just for reasons. We're doing another garden pod, in case you couldn't tell, because the spare room / studio is in use. So here we are. Tom, what did you think of the Robot Revolution? But
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this one. It was a bit refreshing, especially after the disappointment of Empire of Death.
Come here.
Come here, Junior.
He's been tagged in. We might have a little guest appearance. What's he putting on?
You can't wear that. That's offensive.
I've not done my hair.
You haven't got here.
Exactly.
Come here, bud. Join in. We've got a guest, look.
Yes, we have a guest.
Sorry, it's really gone. It's fine, I'll deal. What do you think of the Robot Revolution, Junior?
Sound? Oh, sorry. Polish.
The best character of the whole thing.
100%.
That poor cat, though.
Fuck me, I could have cried.
The cat was... In case you couldn't tell, we've done no notes for this. It's just completely spitballing.
I am holding myself up right now.
We've only got a tiny little bench as well. We didn't really prepare for this. But we just thought... Last year we sat down and we did written reviews and everything, and it's more like... I think it's more fun to just come off the cuff, because I was a fan of today's episode.
I thought it was incredibly good. Yeah. That's about it, really.
Yeah. We watched it. It's out. It was ready to go. Ready. What's going on? What do we think's going on with this time stuff? Shenanigans.
What am I, 6?
That was a good line.
Yeah,
We should already talk about Belinda, actually.
I thought she was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially like the end part where she was like, "You're dangerous." Yeah. Every other companion's been like, "Oh my god!"
I think it works because there's a lot of criticism around the Doctor and Ruby in terms of that they were too pally too quickly, and it was all like, "Oh my god, Bezzy mates!" Like, and there was no kind of conflict. But we've already got that straight away with Belinda, and she's clearly like, it's Tegan vibes. She doesn't want to be there. She wants to go home, but she's sort of stuck.
Yeah.
She can't get back.
Yeah, it's setting up to be a very interesting season, I think. It's nice to see that conflict, and it does already show that we're going down a bit of a darker route. But already one criticism, the Doctor cried on episode 1 again.
Yeah, but...
Go on.
There you go.
I was going to say, I was just going to bring up that it was the iconic thing of like, and then I'll see the stars. And then it was just in the room, everyone went, well, she's dead.
We all
5
did.
seconds later.
Without missing a beat, we were all like, oh yeah, he's going to take me and see the stars and everything. And without missing a beat, we just looked at each other and went like,
Yeah, we've not seen you
she's
in
dead.
any of the other trailers, so you're gone.
You weren't in the title sequence, you're dead.
Yeah.
Companion that's not in the title sequence, dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Belinda's great. The cat was that was a bit of a shocker.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting that one.
Just casually shoot a cat.
Disintegrating a cat as well.
Yeah.
Starters you mean to go on like, is that setting the tone? Are we in for a darker season? I think so.
He didn't even cry at the cat.
No, but he wasn't there for that, was he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. You like your cats, don't you?
Love a cat.
There we go.
So that was Junior. Thanks, Liam. Belinda's great. Sorry, he's just really put me off. Yeah, no, the challenging dynamic between the two of them straight away was quite refreshing. It was new. We haven't seen it for a while, and like as much as I thought, the Doctor and Ruby were so electric when they first, like, that chemistry's there. That chemistry's there with Varda Sethu and Shigawa, but the characters, they work well together. But you can tell that she just don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
Yeah, and then we get that bit with Mrs. Flood at the start of the episode as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, okay, so hang on, she's moved house right next to Belinda.
Yeah,
Like,
she's a bit of a coincidence, isn't
Yeah,
it? Something going on there. There's something going on.
And then the Doctor pops up and she's like, you ain't seen me.
What was I saying? Yeah, the dynamic has shifted. We've got Mrs. Flood there. I like the idea of the Doctor getting stuck and having to sort of work with the rebels and everything. That's very Doctor-y. I did think that the one thing that does let me down with this one was towards the end with the whole AI generator thing, and it's not AI, it's Owl, and it's like, what?
Yeah, that was a bit baffling.
That was a bit of a stretch. Planet of the
Yeah,
Incels, yeah, that
Planet
was.
of the Incels was it's definitely a line.
Yeah, I think it's one that will stick for a while. I mean, it's up there with Do You Ever Dream About Being an Ambulance?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the wrap up was it's quite a Russell T Davies. It was a Chekhov's like certificate of a star.
Yeah.
I thought the AI generator itself looked really cool. Like,
Oh, it looked like your drunk uncle though,
yeah,
with
but
the one eye slightly closed.
yeah, that's me. To be
Yeah,
fair,
that's you after a
that
few.
is me. But the design of it looked really cool, really menacing. It's Johnny Green as well, who like extended universe fans will know as Tyler Steele from the Torchwood continuation audio dramas. Johnny Green's brilliant in that. He's brilliant in the War Master series as well, where he plays a different character, sort of plays the Master's companion. Does a big cock up in the first volume, if you know what I'm talking about, you'll know. You don't, because we're going to listen to those as well. But yeah, the design of that was really cool. The whole episode was designed really cool. I like the sort of direction of it. I love the retro rocket for the robots as well.
Yeah, that was refreshing.
Very sort of like 50s space, like cartoon. It was like a cartoon rocket, and it
Yeah.
really worked.
The effects in this were brilliant as well. Like with all the swap of the time fracture.
Yeah, that was
That
cool.
was quite interesting. You see them all just sort of trying to regain focus, I guess.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
And the when they're trying to take off at the end as well, this time fracture thing is still ongoing because we get that noise that heralded Sutek being clung to the TARDIS, and is that just a
Yeah.
general TARDIS malfunction noise? Because like, I hope it's not Sutek. Because we've
Yeah,
done that,
we
and
don't
look
need
what
to
happened
go back
there.
there yet.
It's about Empire of Death too. Like, let's just not.
Yeah, I did detect a slight hint of cyber theme when they were revealing the AI. It was like revealing him as Al. Like it's just the first couple of beats of the cyber theme.
Was it? I didn't
Yeah.
even pick up on that.
I noticed that. I was thinking, no, this isn't a Cyberman episode because they wouldn't have redesigned him to look like a big cuddly plushie. Like,
It does give the vibes of, it was like the sort of cyber, it's like a new
Yeah.
kind of take on the Cybermen, like when you merge with the machinery, but sort of like keep the feelings you had before. Like, so obviously Alan's a bit dejected by the fact that Belinda had turned him down, and he was very controlling. They even mentioned coercive control, which I'm sure lots of people were going, oh, it's all this political messaging again. And it's like, yeah, we should just not draw attention to that, should we? And we absolutely should.
yeah,
And I think it hammers home the point of, it's that take on, well, what if these people who, do like horrible things after being inspired by video games really actually got to do it on another planet and everything. And, it's quite bleak when you think about it, because it's presented as quite a fun sort of adventure. But when you actually sort of strip the layers back, it's quite bleak.
yeah. It's definitely a darker toned episode, which is again quite a bold one for opening a series opener.
I
We normally go the light-hearted route, especially with a new companion.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they haven't. With
Again,
this one.
yeah, it's shaking up the formula a bit, isn't it? I
Yeah.
like that. But I like the sort of sticking to that traditional thing, though. For a new companion, you've got the first 3 episodes. We've got one, we've got this futuristic one. Then we go into the past next week, and then I think the week after it's like far future again. Because the whole thing of this series is now that's been shaken up because we can't get back to the present day. The Doctor can't get Belinda home. There's something stopping them getting back there. And at the end, we have that scene where that was used in the sort of teasers and stuff of like the Empire State Building and a taxi and the Eiffel Tower just sort of floating through space. And it's like, well, how has that happened? What's
Yeah.
going on there?
It was a really nice cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's good fun. It sets up the series nicely. I think, I just had a lot of fun with this. I think it's just nice to have
Yeah.
it back again.
Yeah, I also have to comment on the pacing on this because I thought it got it spot on today.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
rushed.
Yeah.
Like everything felt organic and okay, the starting bit was a little bit rushed, but then the meat and the veg of it was perfectly well paced.
Yeah.
It worked really well, and like it kind of worked the glancing over the start stuff, the introduction of Belinda, because we touched on it later in the episode as well. It would have felt a bit like regurgitating stuff.
Yeah.
If we had everything at the start and then.
I feel like if this
that.
had been a series, one episode, we'd have spent like 20 minutes just meeting Belinda's like house share, like
Yeah.
housemates and stuff, and then the ending would have been even more rushed. Like, I think the ending, while it wasn't rushed, I think it was just very convenient. It's like, oh, it's not AI, it's Al, it's him. He's oh fuck, my bad. I'm just gonna carry on leaning forward. I think the Deus Ex Machina of the two, like the sort of Benevision limitation effect thing with the two certificates was like, that was clearly, as soon as they talked about that, it's like, well, that's how this is all being stopped, isn't it? They're going to blow everything up with the certificates and everything. There's just, I think, if anything, that I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of the sort of the Doctor living with the rebels, but I kind of get that we're seeing this from Belinda's point of view. It's Belinda's story, which is very typical of RTD, is that the companion introductions is very much through their eyes.
It might have been a bit jarring as well, though, because we had in Joy to the World the Doctor stuck living for a year with
True.
with the hotel manager.
No, that's the actress's name. Anita.
Anita, yes. So we had the Doctor living with her for a year. So it would have been a bit like we've just done this if we had that here. So again, while I would have liked it, I'm glad it didn't happen so soon after.
Yeah.
That.
I think it just would have added a bit more weight to the Sasha character, who was clearly meant sort of, we talked about earlier, but Junior, the companion that was meant to be, but obviously doesn't make it out alive. Overall, solid start.
Yeah, I'm interested to see next week's. I've been looking forward to the cartoon one for a while to see how that works out.
Yeah, it does look fun. I mean, the production design, everything, obviously that's all still top notch. As we'd expect nothing less from Doctor Who at this point. Never really felt let down. Even the classic series and stuff like that, you never feel let down with that. But yeah, that was our initial, we've gone straight literally from watching this to sitting out here and talking about it. So it's been a bit rambly all over the shop, but we thought we'd just try something different. So let us know if you like this kind of style.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think as well.
Yeah, drop your thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Time Space Visualizer. Obviously, we're not any other channel here. And check out our memberships online. You can,
Cross my palm with
you get
silver.
extended cuts of videos. You can commission a video. You can do all sorts of stuff. It's just, support the channel, basically. But happy new Doctor Who Day, and we shall see you next week for the second episode, I believe.
Yeah. And do you know what next week is?
WrestleMania. No, it's Will's birthday. But it is also WrestleMania. But it is Will's birthday next week, so we will be getting sloshed.
Speaking of, shall we go to the pub?
Yes.
See you all next week.
Ta-da.